2, 1. All right. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. And thank you so much for being here. Let me get going on Instagram too. Oh, come on. There we go. Almost. All right. We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. Welcome to another episode of Deportation Defense Live. Thank you for being here with me. My name is Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration, A.P.C, where we fight for your American dream. We're here with another episode of Deportation Defense Live. Our topic today is how do I convince a judge that I deserve to stay? And really what I'm talking about is how do I deserve a judge how do I convince a judge, show a judge that I deserve to stay as a matter of discretion? All right, and we'll talk about that theme today. So let's get into it, all right? And thank you to everyone for joining me, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or LinkedIn. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Remember that Deportation Defense Live is here to train, teach, inspire, and empower immigrants who are facing deportation to make the most out of immigration law, to make the most out of their lives, and to win their cases. Are you facing removal in immigration court, or do you know somebody who's facing removal in immigration court? Because if so, you know that it is not easy, all right? The laws are against us. It is an uphill battle. And here at the Deportation Defense Live, we're here to maximize your chances of winning that case. So today, our theme is how do I convince a judge that I deserve to stay as a matter of discretion? Okay? And so we'll jump right into it. As I'm talking, if you have questions, please submit your questions. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. And as always, we'll do this episode in English, and then at 10:30 or so, we'll start it in Spanish. Okay? So my empowerment tip, I like to do an empowerment tip. My empowerment tip is to share something that I shared with my team on Friday of last week, and that is to watch out for your blind spots, right? Blind spots. It's like when you're driving in a car, there's certain areas of the car you can't see. In business, I'm a business owner. I own and run a law firm. In business, there are always blind spots, all right? And in business, we try to manage them as best as we can. We keep track of KPIs, key performance indicators, and statistics, and metrics, and notes, and make sure our communication system is going well, right? We build systems in place that help spot what we otherwise can't be aware of. Because in a business, right, the person, the owner, CEO, founder, there's no possible way they can be everywhere all at once, right? Especially as the business grows, scales, and develops more of an impact. And so that's true. That's true for businesses, for sure. Every business owner out there knows it. But those are actually the easier blind spots. Same thing in a car, right? You have a blind spot in a car, put a mirror up, put tools up, have blind spot indicators on the newer cars, right? The harder blind spots are the ones that exist inside of ourselves. And we've all got them. Our habitual ways of thinking that prevent us from seeing other possibilities or other points of view. They are in our minds. Have you ever met somebody who just told themselves, there's no way I'm eligible for immigration status? Well, have you ever talked to somebody about it? It's like they've just got it. They've got the story in their mind. No, there's no way. Right? Oh, immigration lawyers are frauds, and they don't really help people, right? Or something like that. Maybe there's just a habitual way of thinking that's in our mind that is a blind spot, right? And maybe that's your immigration case, or maybe I'm talking about some other area of your life. Here's the point. whatever it is you want to accomplish, right? Whatever it is you want to accomplish, there are external factors that might hold you back. But in my experience, the thing that's going to hold you back the most is not external. The thing that'll hold you back the most is your own internal blind spots. And so think about them. Surround yourself with people that you can ask and that you trust who can help you like highlight, hey, what are my blind spots? What am I missing? What do you see? Get curious about them. And when you do, you can move forward. You can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, including to move your life forward, including regarding your immigration status. Okay? That's my empowerment tip for today. Hope it's useful. Hope it's helpful. Tell me what you think about it. Watch out for your blind spots. Get curious about them. Don't let them hold you back. All right? All right, that's it. So now I'm going to switch gears. I'm going to talk about the legal topic for today. The legal topic is, how do we convince a judge, right? How do we show, demonstrate, highlight all the good stuff about ourselves so that an immigration judge might approve the case under the judge's discretion? All right? Like, did you know that many immigration applications are, quote unquote, discretionary? Not all of them. Some of them are not. But when an immigration application is discretionary, it's like you've got to show this requirement, this requirement, this requirement, this requirement, depending on the type of case, right? But then in addition, you've got to show that you warrant a favorable exercise of discretion by the judge. It's like the judge has the discretion to decide whether or not they're going to approve or deny your case. So that last piece of the puzzle, it's like, how do you handle it? Many lawyers, it's like they focus so much on the statute and the legal elements of it. It's almost like they've saved the discretionary elements for the end and the last of it, right? Which sometimes that's right. Sometimes it's much more difficult to show that you're statutorily eligible for a case. But other times the hardest part is showing that you warrant a favorable exercise of discretion from in front of the judge. Some of this is like, know your judge. All right? Know your judge. Some judges are more immigrant friendly. Some judges are less immigrant friendly. Some judges are read the statutes more strictly and are much more rigorous, right? Other judges are much more flexible. It's a human system. The law is a human system. There's no bright line rule. All right? Everything is subject to interpretation. Everything is based on language. Everything is subject to the interpretable language and understanding of judges and lawyers. Okay? That is the truth. Okay? And so just to give you an example, what cases are discretionary? Well, asylum, for example, has a discretionary component. Cancellation of removal, all right, those two are the most commonly submitted cases in immigration court throughout the country. All right? VAWA also has a discretionary element. Adjustment of status also has a discretionary element. Voluntary departure also has a discretionary element. Okay, there are others. What types of cases are not discretionary? Well, while asylum is discretionary, something called withholding of removal is not. All right? Asylum is discretionary, but relief under the Convention Against Torture is not. It's mandatory. All right? When you're dealing with international treaties and things of that nature, it's like, no, we've signed this. We are going to respect it. And the judges must, like if somebody meets the requirements to show that they're going to be tortured if they go back to their country. Even if the judge doesn't like you, they've got to grant the case, right? So there's a little bit of controversy there, but anyway. So let me move on. So, and as we're going, thanks and welcome everybody for being here. Welcome. So, and if you have questions, send me your questions. All right, like great, that's awesome. And so, so what is a judge going to look like? Like, what are the discretionary factors? So I'm just going to go through them, and this is a non-exhaustive list, meaning there's other stuff more than these factors. But just to give you an idea, a judge will look at when they're deciding whether you warrant a favorable exercise of discretion or not, they will look at the length of your residency in the United States and how old you were when that residency began. They'll look at that. All right. They'll look at your family ties in the United States. They'll look at how you've assimilated to the United States, right? They'll look at any service or participation that you've had in the community. They'll look at service or family ties to those who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces. They'll look at hardship that you would suffer and that your family would suffer if they were to deny the case. And if there's bad stuff in the past, crimes, immigration violations, things of that nature, they will look to rehabilitation. You've got to show that you accept responsibility for what you did and that you've taken steps to rehabilitate yourself. And really, a judge will look at anything else that could help in their analysis. So if you have things that could highlight how you are a positive contribution to society, to the community, to the business community, to whatever, all of that will help. Okay? Because again, it's a non-exhaustive list, so a judge can look at anything else that they want to latch onto. Okay? So just like thinking about that, you want to show evidence of your family ties. Let's get birth certificates of every child. Let's get, where are your brothers and sisters? Right? Let's highlight the ones that are in the United States. Where do they live? How frequently do you get together with them? Right? How would they be affected? Would they suffer any hardship if your case were denied and you were deported? Right? What have you, how have you assimilated to the United States? Do you, especially for kids who arrive to the U.S., have you been working to be fluent in English? A judge will consider that, right? Have you been working to contribute to your community or your church or your, and it doesn't have to be religious in nature. You could you could be a soccer coach, right? You could be a business owner. You could be, lots of different ways to assimilate and to serve the community. The key is to really look at your life today, right? And what is in your favor and what is against your favor, right? What could we highlight to a judge, and what is a judge going to say, this is going against you? And it's like we got to think about this as a balancing act. And as we fight the case and as we build the case, let's work on improving, increasing, showing, highlighting, demonstrating the good stuff and the good ways that you and your family and the community, the good ways that you are helping and contributing to yourself, your family, your community, and the people around you. Okay? That's it. That's how you do it. Okay, that's how you do it. And it's something that you really want to work with your lawyer. You want to understand who the judge is, and you want to build your strategy around how can you maximize the discretion in your favor before the judge makes a decision on your case, before the individual hearing on your case. Okay? And don't forget all of the other legal requirements, whether it's asylum or cancellation or whatever it is you're applying for. You've got to show that you're eligible for each of those legal requirements. So that's all I got. That's all I got. And thank you all so much for being here. Areli Contreras, hello on Instagram. And Tahani, hello. And Gianna, hello. Thanks to each of you who are joining me on Instagram. Christopher Carbajal, hello. I don't see that I've received any questions out there. I might be wrong, but I don't see any. But that's okay. Thanks to everyone who's here with me. And if you do have questions, please still submit them. All right, I'd love to answer them. Another thing, this topic about how to really present your case in front of a judge, I have a book that I wrote. I wrote it, I think it's 2018 I wrote it. No, 2016. It was my original version of There Is Hope, Your Guide to Winning in Immigration Court. Now, you can buy this on Amazon. All right, it's $23.50 on Amazon. But just for being here, we want to give you a free copy. Okay? So to do that, in the video description, or you can access it through our website as well, or if you're watching on Instagram, I don't think we have it on Instagram, but we have it for free for people who are watching through YouTube, and I think through the other mediums also. And so, you just have to put your name and your email in, and we'll send you a copy of my book, completely free. And it highlights some of these strategies for how to demonstrate to a judge that you warrant a favorable exercise of discretion. All right, sometimes it's more art than science. So, Mookie, I see your question here. Thank you for it. Which state are we located in? We're in sunny, happy California. All right, we're in California. We're in the Bay Area, California, Oakland, California. But we do practice immigration law. Being an immigration lawyer, we're allowed to practice in every state, right? It's federal law. And so you need a lawyer in Maryland? Okay. I actually have clients in Maryland. We could help you if you really want to, if you want to work with our firm. And that's fine, yeah? So Juan Jurado, you have info. I have info. What do you mean, Juan? I've got a lot of info. I've got a lot of info. Let me know how I can help. So everybody, and Yoli Flowers, thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you all so much for joining here today. I really appreciate it. And we'll start this very soon in Spanish. So if you want to join us in Spanish, stick around, all right, or come back in just a few moments. And if this was useful, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Please click the notifications bell so that you can see additional updates and news. And if you have an immigration case, please give us a call. We're just a phone call away. My consultations team is outstanding. We are here to help. We would love to help. Okay? So thank you all so much. Have a great day. I'm Otis Landerholm Immigration, A.P.C., where we fight for your American dream, and we'll see you next time on our next episode of Deportation Defense Live. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.